Hi everyone, I'm Gary from the Philippines, and thank you for joining us today, this morning. I don't know what time is it in your place, but I am so happy to host this event and present the and to have this conversation with people, awesome people from Google for Education Champion. So let me just present my screen. I haven't presented my screen, so. Welcome to this session, an insider look at the Google for Education champion from Singapore and Sunnyvale Symposium. Okay, so if you are, please type in the comments where you're from, and we'll we'll answer your question if you have. Okay, so let me just give me 2 seconds to. Oh, okay, let me introduce first the our first guest for this morning. Okay, I will try to show my slide in a while. Okay, so the first one to join me to this streaming is Carlos from Vietnam. Carlos is a Google trainer, innovator, and a coach for Via 20, right, Carlos? Let me add Carlos now. Hi, Carlos. Good morning from the Philippines.
Hey, Gary, thanks for having me. Yes, I'm an innovator from Colorado 16 in 2016, and then I became a trainer right after that, just because I was riding the train. And then I've been a cohort coach 3 times. So I've been pretty involved with all things Google, and I was able to meet all of you guys at the symposium. So thank you for having me, and I am living in Vietnam at the moment.
Okay, thanks, Carlos. And now let's call on Steph. Hi, Steph. Good morning. Kindly unmute your microphone.
Good evening.
Oh, good evening. Yes.
So, hi everyone. My name is Stephanie. I am a Google Innovator, Sydney 19. I'm also a Google coach, trainer, and anything Google, I try to grab it. I'm also a Google Educator Group Leader in Ohio and Global GEG. So excited to be here. I just went to the symposium in Sunnyvale, California, and it just ended this week. So really hyped to talk about the
Yes.
inside scoop.
Yeah. Thanks, Steph. And let's call on Sandra. Sandra, good morning, I guess.
Yes, good morning. Hi, my name is Sandra Chow. I'm a Google Innovator from 2014, Google Trainer, Google Coach, and was recently at the Symposium Singapore with you and spent time with you, Gary, and C19. Just really excited to be part of this group.
Thank you so much, Sandra. Now let's call on another person from the Sunnyvale, the recent symposium. Luis, please join us.
Hey, how are you all doing? My name is Luis Pertus. I am a Google certified innovator and trainer. Um, I also co founded Global GEG with Steph up there. I am also halfway insane, which is a good thing for the innovator community. I am so happy. I literally just unpacked yesterday from Sunnyvale because it took me a very long time to get back home. Steph is still in San Francisco, and I finally got to meet a whole bunch of people that I've known for years and years and years, but I'd never seen them in person.
Okay, that's great. And it's my first time to be actually we've been together in a Google Meet conference
Yeah.
but never talked to you. So this will be the first. Okay. So thanks, Luis. And now let me call on Trixie. Trixie, please join us.
Okay. Hi, everyone. I'm Tracy. In Thai, my name is Titari Jantawat, but you can call me Trixie or Ajan Oil. I'm a Google Educator Group GEG Leaders, Pisulok, Thailand, and also Google Certified Trainer and Google Certified Innovator 2021. I'm so excited to be here with you guys. Yeah.
Great, great. Okay, let's call on the next one. Wait, it's hard to be the tech guy at the same time the host. Okay, the next one. Let's have Okay. Let's have Kat. Where is Kat? Kat, please join us now. There you go.
Hi, howdy from Texas. It's evening time here. I am a Google innovator. Shout out to WDC 17. And I just came back from Singapore, what feels like yesterday, but I think it was like a month ago, um, for our symposium. I had the amazing symposium and light bulb tattoos to prove it. And I'm super excited to kind of chat and see all these amazing faces again.
Yes, thanks, Kat. I skipped someone. I'm sorry, Guzman. Guzman, please join us.
Hi everyone, I'm Gusman from Jakarta and I'm really thrilled to be part of this show, to be honest. And I'm a Google innovator from SEA 19. So shout out to Sandra.
Yes, one of the cohort of SEA 19. Okay. Now, let me call on Sean, who's part of the Singapore Symposium. Sean, good morning.
How's it going? Yeah, I'm joining from lovely New York City where it's raining a bit right now, and it is also evening. I am a Google innovator, trainer, coach, originally part of the LAX 18 cohort, so not far from where they were just having the Sunnyvale Symposium. But I got to hang out in Singapore with Gary, my buddy table mate, sitting up front. Good
Thanks,
time.
Sean, for joining us. And we have three more. Okay, we have three more I have three more to introduce, but right now there's only one in the StreamYard. So let me call on from the recent symposium, Steph R. this time.
Hi, all. This is the best reunion possible. My name is Steph Rothstein, and I was a part of SEA 19. So, hi to my fellow SEA 19 people. I also just got back, as Gary mentioned, from the Sunnyvale Symposium, and it was amazing. I am an innovator, coach, and trainer as well. I'm part of help to found Global GEG, and I run the NorCal. I co-lead the NorCal GEG here in Northern California. So I'm happy to know that Steph Howell is nearby in San Francisco. I live in San Jose, which is less than an hour south and very close to where the symposium was.
Okay, that's great, Steph. Now I will be introducing, and this will be the first time to do this on air to present Google Meet. So let me introduce Judy, Eunice, and Mark from different parts of the world: Singapore, Korea, and Thailand. Okay, so let me share now Google Meet. Let me see if it will work. There you go. Okay. Can you say hi to them? Judy, let's start with you, Judy. There you go.
Gary, the sound isn't coming out through StreamYard.
Oh, okay. That's weird, but
At least I'm not hearing it.
okay. Let us know. I hope the audience can hear Judy. If let us know if you can't hear Judy. Okay. Okay, let me Trixie, I'll just put you at the backstage and then okay, there you go. Okay. Okay.
Hello.
Okay,
I'm not there
uh,
yet. Hello. I'll do
hi,
that
Judy.
again. Hello, everyone. Hello. My name is Judy, South Korea. I'm an innovator. I'm from SA 19 cohort. So, Stephanie, my affirmative buddy. and she was my roommate too. And this time, I recently joined Google for Education Champion Symposium in Singapore. It was my second visit. Whenever I go to Singapore, always about the Google for Education. And I'm also the leader of GEG, Gyeonggi, South Korea. And also I'm a Google certified trainer and coach. Very happy to be one of participants of this show today. Good morning, everyone.
Okay, thank you, thank you. I hope Eunice, can you join us in StreamYard so you can introduce yourself well? Because I don't know if the audio in Google Meet is working in StreamYard. And also, Mark, kindly go to StreamYard. I will be putting Guzman. So who's that? Carlos, I'll be putting you backstage first, or kindly stay in the Google Meet. Okay. Same goes with Sean. Is it okay to put you in at the backstage? Okay. Kindly stay in StreamYard so I can have Mark and Eunice kindly join the StreamYard. Okay, let me give it here. Okay. Okay. So right now the purpose of this session is basically to share our stories. Okay. So before we share stories, let me give a chance for Eunice and Mark to introduce themselves. Mark, where are you, Mark? Eunice, can you click the link, please? Okay, so get ready, everyone. The first question that I'll be asking everyone is, what is your question number one is, what is the most memorable part of the symposium for you? Okay, so let's just give time for Eunice to introduce herself. Hi, Eunice. Okay. Let me try it again to broadcast or present Google Meet. I hope it will work now. Okay, so let me just give me some time. Share screen and then window and then Google Meet. Okay. Eunice, hi Eunice, good morning. Okay, okay, thank you. Eunice, hello, can you hear me, Eunice? Okay. Okay, great.
Gary,
Yes.
try and share only the tab and make sure to share tab audio. That could be it.
Okay, let me try it again. Okay, not to
Not the whole
present
screen,
the.
just the tab with tab audio.
Okay, because I am using different accounts.
I know, it's
Okay.
crazy.
Okay, yeah. Okay. So anyway, I'll fix it later. Maybe we can stay in StreamYard. I'll just ask people to get off at StreamYard after your return. Okay. Okay. So let's start with the sharing first. Let's start with Carlos. Carlos, let me put you back. Carlos, good morning once again. How was your experience with the symposium?
Well, my experience was fantastic to start. I was involved with some of the organization of it, which was really, really special. And we had been working on it since around late March, early April, ideating and coming up with ideas with a small team. Sandra was part of it as well. But when we got into that room, I feel like I had never seen, when we do the Google things, usually we've been in specific groups, the innovators or the coaches or the trainers. This was such a great opportunity for me to meet people who are simply trainers and the work that they do every day. I heard some stories about trainers that go into such rural areas that they have to climb on a tree to get signal so they can load their slides. And it was just such a special and diverse experience, and it allowed me to really see people through a different lens, and the work that they do. Some of them is how they feed themselves and feed their families. The 3 days were really powerful, and we got to meet so many people. In fact, I feel like 97% of the people that were there were new people to me. So it was just fantastic to not just spend time growing and learning, but also the socials were fantastic. We had a great time. And I came back so energized and ready to go.
Yeah, so nice to meet everyone, right? Okay, thanks, Carlos. Now let me hear from Steph Howell. How was the experience in the second symposium, Steph?
It
Hey,
was
Steph.
amazing. Just being able to collaborate from people from around the world that you've been talking to on social media and making that connection of in person. Like Luis, for example. Luis and I have been friends since 2019, and we finally just met in person. And that to me was amazing to just connect with all of these different educators in person. My most memorable experience, though, Joe Marquez, he had this motorcycle jacket on, and he was letting us try it on, and we were all taking these fun pictures with it. But it was just those connections that we were making with people from all the way around the world, and collaborating with them and just having really great discussions.
Great. Very true, Steph. You meet a lot of people, great educators online, and then when you meet them in person, that's better, right?
Yeah.
Thanks, Steph. Okay, now let's go with Sandra. Sandra. Where's Sandra? Wait, where are you again? Okay, Sandra is. Okay, let me. On the move. Hi, Sandra.
Hi. Sorry, I'm moving around. But yeah, it was just kind of adding on to Carlos's story. I think for me, having been to many Google Innovator Academies and other Google events, this one was very special because we were championing each other and being able to really connect and see just everybody around the world connecting with each other in a very deep and meaningful way. That was really our goal, was to see everyone there feeling like they belonged, because they did. And we wanted everyone to understand the power of their amazingness. And it was really great to just see everybody high-five each other, to be just inspired by each other's stories, because everyone's stories were just so great. And I think to be able to be in an environment and be inspired, and to then also have other people be inspired, so that we can just iron sharpen iron and help each other to do great things in education. I think that's what it really is all about when we come together. Is it's not about just us, it's about what we do and how we impact the world. So it was really great to see those inspirations just trickling through as the event went on and on.
Yes. Thanks, Sandra. You take care. Okay. Okay. Now let's have Luis. Luis, can you share your experience with the group or with everyone? Because I know there's something special happened in the second symposium, right?
Lots of special things happened in the second symposium. Everything was special, but
Yes.
what I really honestly enjoyed was how we all survived COVID thanks to being a community and hanging together. And lots of, even though it was a very rough time, some really, really great things came out of it. And one of those great things was like a sense of community amongst people that are equally crazy, what I call like-minded wackos. So I had the privilege of co-founding Global GEG and then helping push GEGs like more out into the world. Modesty, I know. But we did it with a group of friends and with my very, very dear friends and co-founders, Stephanie Howell, Stephanie Rothstein, Leslie Altman, Abid Patel, Bonnie Shillette, and me. We founded Global GEG, and we brought on along a lot of crazy people along with us. And finally meeting three of them like in person, like that I could reach out and touch them. And I did. I like reached out and touched people after Jesus, 4 or 5 years. It was insane. I couldn't believe it. I was like going crazy. And that plus the community, all the people we met and we bonded with, all of the other crazy people that we're now meeting and we're getting to know, it was an awesome, awesome, awesome time. And then there was Star Wars related incidents, which I will not say anything about right now.
Okay. Thanks, Luis. That was, I'm curious about what is that Star Wars all about that I saw from Steph's post in in X. Okay. All right. Thanks, Luis, again. John, Trixie, can you tell us your favorite part of the symposium?
Okay, the most memorable part for me was incredible sense of community and collaboration that permitted every aspect to the event. You know that being surrounded with many people like-minded educators and professionals who are passionate about the technology and the opportunity to engage in the thought-provoking discussion, share innovative ideas, and learn from the diverse experience of fellow attendees was invaluable. The session and workshop were well curated, providing in-depth and insight into the latest advancement of technology. I love it a lot in Google ecosystem. It was amazing to see how these tools and strategy could be effectively implemented in various educational settings. And I think it's fostering creativity, critical thinking, and collaboration. Very good. I love it. That is my good impression right there.
Thank you, Trixie. I know we had a lot of great time in Singapore, and there's a lot of things to share, right?
Yeah.
Thank you again. Okay, now let's hear it from Guzman. Guzman, where's Guzman? Guzman. Okay, I think he's not here. Let me hear it from Kath. Kath, I know I
Hello.
I'd like to add to the question, aside from the favorite thing, is it worth your time flying from how many hours? Right?
I mean, Sean really wins that one because he had the longest flight, but we did have a 16 and a half hour flight from San Francisco to Singapore. It was absolutely worth it. I met people from 18 different countries, and the perspectives on education just broadened my horizons in ways that I was not even expecting. I wasn't really sure what my takeaway was going to be, other than I did go with a sense of wanting to meet and collaborate with new educators from spaces that I hadn't worked in yet. And so doing this allowed me to meet people from all of these amazing countries. And now I'm like planning with them about how I can go visit and learn more about the work that they're doing. They want to come see the work that I'm doing in the US. And I think that that is establishing really more of a pipeline between APAC and the US, and trying to help kind of bring some of that work forward, because I've learned so much from all of the people that I met. And I really can't even imagine, having an experience where I wasn't necessarily predicting that that's what would have happened, and then having that come about. And I would say my favorite memory was when we went on our trip to the beach. At the end of the night, everybody was dancing, and we were listening to all different types of music. But everybody was connecting and feeling like there wasn't any barriers there. It was like no matter what played on the stereo, everybody just had an amazing time and encouraged each other, and just had a lot of fun sharing their different moves, and getting a chance to be in the spotlight and then be a part of the community. And I can't even express what that felt like. It was definitely an incredible experience I'll never forget.
Thanks, Kath. Now let me call on Eunice. Eunice, hi, good morning. There you go. Yes, yes. Oh, you're muted in StreamYard. Kindly unmute yourself in StreamYard.
All right, can you hear me?
Kindly
Yes,
mute
so
yourself in
finally
Google
I'm
Meet. There you go. Let me mute you in StreamYard.
okay. Can you hear me now? Sorry.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes. Okay. Great.
Okay, thank you everyone. It was a great journey in the symposium. I was from VIA 20 and I finally got to meet people, Google champions all over the world. It was nice. I got to know Judy, Pat, and Guzman. So Gary as well. And it was so
Yeah.
nice having everyone connecting with the community with a same goal, same purpose, and more importantly, getting to know fellow champions all over the world.
Thank you, Eunice. Now let's have Judy. Judy, go ahead. How was the experience? What's your favorite part? Judy, you're mute on StreamYard, so kindly turn on your mic or your microphone.
Okay. All right. I'm in the both places.
Yes.
Well,
Great.
okay. Everybody can hear me, right? Okay.
Yes.
All right. The best part of this symposium is definitely meeting people I've been so looking forward to meeting in person. Of course, getting together with people I met from SCA 19, Guzman, Gary, and Adrian and more people who are not here today. And also, I met a lot of people, not only just educators, but at this symposium, I met a lot of people working in the field of education, not only as a teachers, but people working in the Board of Education, Ministry of Education, some of them working in the higher education. So we could actually share a lot of insights how we can collaboratively work together to better serve teachers and students to enhance and empower them. So that was the best part. And also another best part was meeting my SA19 Innovators Academy mentor, Sean, in person, and also my mentee for VIA 22, MJ from Philippines, in person. So three of us, we met together in person and we took pictures together. And then it was the great part because I was inspired by Sean, but now I can inspire someone else. And so this one was, I started Google for Education from January 2018. And then this symposium was some kind of like my midterm exam, like my kind of wrapping up time to reflect what I've been doing and also reporting to the rest of other champions I met in Singapore. So it was a great kind of midpoint to check up for my journey. So I'm looking forward to the next, to actually my final checkup, maybe 20, 30 years later. But still, this symposium was a great opportunity to connect a lot of people in person. And I just feel like this symposium hasn't finished yet because I met Eunice in person again in Korea. And also with the people I met in Singapore, we are actually developing some cross-cultural project. So I just feel like this symposium is still ongoing. So I can't wait to see our next progress and next steps with the champions in future. Thank you.
Thank you, Judy. Thanks so much. It is a pleasure to meet you there in SEA 19 and meet you again for the second, third time around. Okay. Now let me call on Sean. Sean, I'd like to hear your experience in Singapore.
Hey, how's it going? Well, obviously, Judy shared about the amazing part that we got to finally meet in human flesh personhood. And she also mentioned the fact that I got to meet MJ too, which is honestly a connection to some of the best things that I got to have there. Insights into sort of cultures and systems and places and the way that they're approaching education and innovation and connecting students. So, for example, with MJ, she's working in the Philippines. She's going to remote islands, helping connect fishing villages that obviously don't have tons of means in terms of technologies, low bandwidth, and yet still trying to connect them in every way to the future of whatever their life can hold for them, whether it's information for their fishing village to understand the weather systems that are happening that might affect the work that they're doing there. And granted, whereas that's very different sort of world and experience than what's happening for me in New York City, we also found connections that in such a vast metropolis as New York City, and also struggling with connections for students who have been in shelters and who have been in public housing and not ready access to the internet and devices and things. So even though we lived like worlds apart and the structure and spaces seemed very different, we had these sort of connections of similar challenges, similar struggles, and similarly trying to meet the needs of the students and humans in our community. And that, I think, was some of the most meaningful stuff that happened to me in the midst of the symposium.
Thanks, Sean. And I remember your line is so powerful. You inspired me also during the symposium. Thanks, Sean. Okay, now let me call on Steph. Steph, what's your favorite? I haven't been there in Sunnyvale, but I'd like to know what happened. Maybe we can have Steph R and Steph H to share with us their experience. Let's start with Steph Howell.
So when I was going to the symposium, I was thinking I was going to have a very similar experience to those in Singapore. And I was kind of messaging Kat back and forth, like, what happened? You know, I hate surprises. So hearing kind of what she did and our sessions or our learning was a little bit different, which really surprised me because in Innovator, a lot of the sessions are very much similar. And behind stage, there is some chat in the private chat, and it's about mermaid tails, which we did not get in the California symposium. And so that to me is interesting. I'm like, what are these mermaid tails? Because we definitely did not have those. And everybody was not dancing at our symposium either. So again, lots of differences, but I think there were some common themes of networking, meeting people, learning some new features when it comes to Google. But again, it was really interesting how different the symposiums were as well, because when you do go to a Google Innovator Academy, there's a lot of similarities that happen and are repeated throughout the academies, but these are going to be unique. So if you haven't applied for one, you might have a different experience. There might be some similarities, but you might have a different experience by attending.
So it's exciting. So we're trying to convince you the champions to join the upcoming symposium, right? So how about Steph R? Can you share us your experience and the most memorable part?
Happy to. Oh my gosh, there are so many. I would say it was interesting for me. This is because my innovator experience, I went all the way to Singapore. So this was the first time going somewhere close to home for me, and kind of welcoming people to my hometown. My school was in the county that that the symposium was in, or the schools that I support. So that was really interesting. It started off in a really fun way when we were getting off of our buses to go to Google. There were students, that was a band that was playing. And I think that kind of set the tone for the joy that was to be provided at this symposium. And similar to what Sandra talked about, I really think the whole point of this was about championing one another, each other, the people in our schools, the students, and remembering that the educators that are there often also need people to champion them, that the people that are in that room typically are people that are championing others. And so it was really kind of a way to like fill our cups and fill our buckets and find joy and learn and grow, so that we then have that energy to bring back to other people. So I think that for me was what I loved most. I loved walking into a room that had such energy in it, whether we were learning from Googlers, learning from each other in conversations, taking sessions with the coaches that were there. I had the privilege of speaking and doing a 5-minute talk, and that was new for me. There were just lots of ways that I think we had experiences that were different than others that I had ever had. And then we had these forget if they were called recess or playground sessions that were fun and joyful. I did spray painting. Other people did wine tasting, hiking. So there were things that were fun, joyful, and lots of learning moments and connection. And it really was about remembering that we all belong in the space, and then how do we help other people when we go back to our own spaces to feel that kind of joy in learning and growing and connection.
I guess, Steph, that 5 minutes was nerve-wracking, right?
I learned a lot through it. I absolutely learned a lot through it, and I'm really grateful that I was asked to be a part of that, and I loved it. Yeah, I was nervous, but I was surrounded with people that were all supportive.
Amazing, yeah.
Yeah, so it was a joyful experience.
Yes, at the same time. Had the similar experience. Thanks, Steph. Now let me call on Guzman. Guzman, can you share with us your experience? Kindly turn on your mic, Guzman.
Okay. Hi, everyone. I'm Guzman, and my experience in Google Champion is awesome. I cannot describe it with my words. If you say it's like a reunion, but how come it's become a? It seems like you
Amazing.
know everyone over there, but you never met them at all. So it's really amazing. So it's for the one who are applying for the champion, you have to do it and you have to get into the champion. Now, go get it.
Thanks, Guzman. Let me call on Sangeeta. Sangeeta, hi, please turn on your mic. There you go.
Hello, everyone.
Go ahead, Sangeeta. Okay. We'll go back to Sangeeta once her connection is good enough. Okay. Now, I hope I didn't miss anyone. Okay. So let me ask now the second question. What are the unique features of the symposium that makes it stand out from the innovator, if you're an innovator or a trainer or a coach? From what is the difference now, basically? Let me call on let's have Carlos again. Carlos. I'm sorry. Carlos, there you go. Carlos,
Hey.
what makes it different from being a coach or a trainer or innovator in the symposium?
Yeah. So basically, the objective of the symposium is an absolute celebration. And I feel like Google really wanted to redefine and the programs that it already has, but it really wanted to just take a minute and pause and just celebrate because people are out there representing the brand every day. They're living the googly innovative mindsets every day. So this was an opportunity to just say, hey, we see you, we appreciate you, and we want to get you all in a room and just help you grow even more. The Innovator Academies are also high and dynamic, super powered events. But this one was different. There was no real objective more than just to help us grow and to help us reignite us after such a long time through COVID and all those virtual academies. This was the first opportunity to get people in one room and just really acknowledge that we are seen because we're out there representing often.
Thanks, Carlos. Okay. Now, let me call on Luis. Luis, where is Luis? Okay. All right, Luis is not in StreamYard. So let me call on Sean. Sean, can you share us what's the difference of this symposium compared to being a trainer and innovator?
So, one of the biggest things for me is because I was an innovator in LA. So the location and the community was so much broader than any innovator cohort I had coached at or helped with or anything to that degree. But I also love the opportunity. So Kat mentioned there was a beach adventure, which was fun. And yes, we got to paddleboard for a bit. And yes, we got to dance. And yes, we got to explore culturally, including the next day when people wore their outfits. But there was an event at the beach party that almost wasn't going to happen, which was where all these people who weren't presenting during the symposium got to have their sort of 5-minute talks upstairs in a room. And I learned so much from hearing all those people share their stories, their experiences in a sort of formalized, but kind of informal because we're at the beach space sense. And So yes, I love that I got to share my story with people, but I love to hear everything that was part of their story. And we didn't get to have all of that at the innovator cohorts because there wasn't enough time. So getting to hear everybody's stories and passions and purpose in the work that they're doing was just one of the best parts of the experience for me that really still resonates with me.
Thanks, Sean. Yeah, time is not enough. If possible, can it be 1 week? I know you're so excited to go to Singapore because you're the first
Well-
one, I think, to arrive in Singapore, right?
I also got to eat a lot of food before everybody got there. So that was great. I got to go around and eat all the little treats and snacks that I wanted to get. Got to see all the sights, got to go to the gardens, all the beautiful things
Yeah,
that one
I
would
saw
want
the
to do.
photos. That was amazing. Thanks again, Sean. Okay, now let me call on Trixie. Trixie, what is unique about this one? Kindly turn on your mic, Trixie.
Okay. Actually, the unique features of the symposium, there are so many things, but I think the first one I think is like scale and scope. It's a large event that brings together educators and professionals from many countries, learn about the latest innovations. Um, we have learned about the Google ecosystem too. We also had an inspiring story in the morning part. And for me, I had experience in a 5 minutes open mind. I'm so nervous at that time. I talk about unlocking AI in the Thai classroom. And the other feature is emphasis on collaboration, designed to foster collaboration and idea sharing among the attendees. As we have a lot of group discussion, group work, yeah, it's very good. And it's focused on innovation. The symposium features it's like a variety of session and workshop that so many experts from Google and other organizations they're sharing, and they have an opportunity to explore new ideas and strategy together. And I think it's very, very fabulous for me. The last one is gonna be network of support. I think it's provide all of us an opportunity like joining a global network, and we hope to join it together again. Thank you.
Thanks, Trixie. It is really different as for those who haven't experienced Innovator Academy in person. This is different for trainers and coaches. This is really different, right? Yeah. Okay. Now let's call on Kat. Kat, it's Kat. Kat, where is Kat? Okay. Kat is not in.
I think Kat had to run off to bed because it's
Okay.
late here where we are.
Okay. Let's now go to Judy. Judy. Sorry. Eunice. Eunice first.
All right.
Eunice?
Judy's gone.
Oh, wait. Eunice is not also here. Judy. Judy, go ahead. Sorry.
Okay.
Oh, what happened to Judy?
Oh no. Oh, we lost Judy. Not Judy.
Okay, we'll have her again. No, I didn't. Okay, she's still on the meet, but I did not kick you out. Why would I do that? Anyway, we'll wait for you again, and let's me continue with staff R. Go ahead. What do you think is the difference between you're part of the Innovator SEA 19? How is this differ from a trainer or a coach?
I think some of the things that made this unique from the other experiences, one was us all being together. So I think that was the first piece, and that seems to be a unifying element in all of them, is that the champions umbrella bringing all of us together. The second thing that I think was unique, at least about this, there were some unique experiences to being in Sunnyvale. We happened to be there over the World Teachers Day and some other announcements that were happening Chromebook related. So our entire academy went outside at one point and made a large plus and we had an aerial picture that was taken for Chromebook Plus. There were just different pieces where we felt like we were a part of an experience, both with great people, coaches, trainers, innovators in the room, and Googlers. We got to meet some of the VPs of Google who came in and spoke. We also had students that started off and were like the kickoff presenters at ours. And I thought that was a really unique piece that wasn't a part of my Innovator Academy. So I really thought that there were pieces and elements that made it unique and special and applied no matter who you were in the community, whether you're a trainer, a coach, an innovator, or all three. There were pieces that I think were geared, like we got to have a choice in the workshops that we wanted to attend. There were ones that we could pick from, and so we didn't go to all of them, but we went to the ones that were most meaningful for us. And I thought that was something unique to this experience that I didn't have in anything else.
Yeah, thank you, Steph, for that input. Because it's really each program is unique. Each symposium is unique. You can't really compare. That is why if it's possible to attend all the symposiums, I will. Right? I know you find it exciting to attend another symposium, but I don't know if it's possible. Okay. Now let me have another question. So maybe this will be the last question for everyone. What part of the symposium has the biggest impact on you personally and or professionally? Let me call on who'd like to volunteer. Any volunteer? Sean, go ahead. Would you like to start?
Sure.
Thanks.
Professionally speaking, one of the big pieces of work that I'm heavily engaged here in New York City is future-ready learning, future-ready systems, and a big piece of that now is artificial intelligence. And so, whereas I'm diving into pieces of equity and ethics surrounding AI, but also how we can use it to power systems to drive students and educators forward in a way that's manageable and healthy while considering all those ethical issues is huge. And so the fact that they gave us little options and input there and showed us little sneak peeks of things to come in the world of Google AI systems was kind of a super boost to help in the work that I'm doing right now, trying to help in that future readiness for students and teachers. And so that's something I've been working on. Even in this coming week, I have several presentations and things that I'm doing to school leaders and superintendents and stuff all across the city related to it.
Thanks, Sean. How about you, Eunice? What makes it unique?
It's meeting people, and more importantly, it's also about connecting, having that same champion vision and goal, working towards it. It was amazing because we have so many like-minded people in different parts of the world with different vision, and everyone doing a little bit for their community, for their society, and more importantly, being able to get to know fellow Googlers and champions. And it's amazing when you can meet face to face versus virtual, because I was from VIA 20, so we hardly meet anyone, and I had this opportunity to meet people. I think that's valuable.
Thanks, Eunice. Yeah. Okay. How about you, Steph? Steph, okay, what makes it? Sorry, I already called you, right? Louise. Sorry, Louise. What do you think makes it unique?
Well,
attending the symposium.
We've never been like isolated. It's either the trainers or the innovators or the coaches or the GEG folk or like that. And I think that mixing everybody up together was really cool. I really love like building a sense of community and all that. And the best tool I had, I don't know if you guys saw it in Singapore, I don't know if you got it, it was this. We got a yearbook, and we have like everybody's picture and everything, and then we got like pages so that we could sign each other's yearbooks and everything, which was a nice activity. The only thing I can complain about, and there's really that's the only thing I can complain about, was we got it like right at the end, so we had to run around like crazy and get people's like signatures and everything. And the other thing that it made me realize is there's a bunch of people that were there but that I didn't really get a chance to like talk to one-on-one, which I would have loved.
Yeah, we didn't get one in Singapore, right? We have an electronic version of that, but it's better if it's really a paper that you have to, exert effort and meet the person face to face, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, huh? We have a digital, yeah, we have the digital version of that. Okay. Um, Steph H.
Gary, I think I'm
Sorry.
going to test my audio and check if you can hear me. Are you able to?
Um, I think that's Sangeeta. Yes, Sangeeta. Go
Okay.
ahead.
All right. So sorry, I think earlier the connection got disrupted. So happy to be here, and I'm echoing everybody's comments, the connection, so the uniqueness of this event compared to any other experience that we are having as trainer and innovator is definitely that you are meeting people from different backgrounds. So for me, just want to say that it was a very humbling experience because you feel you are doing lots of things, but when you hear stories of others, it makes you realize that there is so much more to be done. So I'm completely inspired by everybody who came at Singapore, and now that I'm meeting in this platform and following on social media, learning from all the champions all around. So thank you for giving us this opportunity to interact. Yeah, Gary, amazing work being done. Thank you. Yeah, Gary, over to you.
I don't know if Gary's system got shut.
Okay.
Connections.
Maybe we
Oh,
can
it's a good
continue
thing.
chatting then among us. So if anybody else would like to add in, I think Gary will jump back. But I think I have the screen to myself right now, so I can't change the settings. So, but I guess people will be able to hear you. So if you are in the StreamYard, take it on. Somebody else can contribute to the
You know what I'm
conversation.
gonna do?
Yes, please.
Since Gary's not here, I'm gonna share something that Judy made in these slides over here, and it makes me really happy. So let me see if I can find the right. Oh, well, oh,
But would
wait,
you be able
there it
to
is.
present?
We can all see the Sangeeta show.
Oh, that's the
But
wrong one.
I
Yeah.
don't
If you
think
put the
unless you
link
have
in the
you're
chat, I
also
will be able
Be
to.
back.
Yeah, there. Gary's back. Yes.
I'm
Gary's back.
back. Sorry, it
Oh, Gary's back.
reset and
Oh,
Gary back.
Oh, we were
that
about to have a
would
virtual dance party without Gary.
that would be nice. That would be nice. Go ahead, Sean. I think you're
I was
supposed to.
just sharing that one that Judy made, and it makes me super duper happy.
Yes.
She put this together.
Yeah,
Some virtual life.
this is great. This is great.
Amazing.
Also,
Okay.
I don't know if you had the opportunity, but there's people that we coached to become either trainers or innovators that were there with us. Well, not coached, but gave suggestions. It was also very nice.
Okay. Great. Okay. There you go. I'm back. God, I got scared when my internet connection got lost. Anyway, let's invite them in the upcoming symposium. There are how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think, if I'm not mistaken, there are 5 more symposiums that will be happening very soon. Um, let me just present. Anyone would like to say something while I'm looking for the slide?
I think
I
I
think
wanna
as well,
say something.
it would
Yeah.
be fantastic,
Uh,
as Gary brings it up. Everyone who has not applied so far, if possible, if this is something that you can easily do, please do it. If it's a little bit of an effort as well, do it because it's worth it. Absolutely worth giving a try.
yes,
Come
and I'll
on.
be wrapping up. And I'll be wrapping up Trixie also. What you get by joining this program is not as important as what you become by joining the program.
Okay, great. Thank you. Now
Also,
let
the
go ahead.
community that you get in your back pocket when you become a trainer or a coach or an innovator, you're also led into like groups of email groups, and you have like the wisdom of very wise people in your pocket with you. So everybody comes up at work and they ask you about something. You have the tools and you know it all, even if you don't, but you can get the answers, and that's awesome.
Great. Very true. Very true.
Probably
Okay, now
you are fed up with all these emails, but they are worthwhile to check.
go ahead, Julie. Go ahead.
Oh no, because some of you are innovators or coach or trainers, you get tons of emails because you are in 3 or 4 different groups. So maybe some of you are fed up with those emails, but please check those emails. They're really worthwhile for your training, your PD sessions, and your personal growth.
Okay, thanks, Judy. Okay, so there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more symposium that will be going on around the world. Please, if you're a trainer, an innovator, or a coach, check your email, check your spam. It might be there. Okay, there's the link. The link is available on how to go or attend the symposium. Now, let me try to play the message from Jenny because Jenny Magara was supposed to join us here, but she can't because she's on her way back. So let me go ahead. Steph, would you like to say something or anyone while I'm looking for the video again?
I'll just talk real quick. And I love what was just shared in the private chat. What you get by joining the champion program is not as important as what you become right after that program. That's so important to remember. Because yeah, and I think too, sometimes it's like, what am I going to get? But also just remembering what can I give? What am I able to give to those around me? Because just like Sean was sharing, you have so much to offer, and you might be nervous of attending some of these symposiums because they might not be in your country or your location. But I highly suggest give it a go and try, apply, and go. Get out of your comfort zone and meet new people and talk to somebody. Even if you are a little introverted, get out of your shell and apply, go, sign up now.
Thanks, Steph, for saying that. There's a lot of teachers who are introvert, so just
I
take
would
it from Steph.
totally, I would agree with that. And I think I had people in my group that this was their first time coming to something of this magnitude, getting on a plane or even traveling that far. There were people that came that had never been to an event or an event at Google before, that were at the Sunnyvale experience, and they talked about how meaningful it was to actually have an experience like that. So some of us have gone to things, and there are many people who have not. And this is an opportunity for everyone to get a chance to have a meaningful experience, both for you and something that you can give, participate in, and learn from. I just think it's valuable in so many ways. And I love that it's an open opportunity and helps to like widen our community, because as Luis had mentioned, we were kind of like parceled out before. And this allows us to have some cross collaboration and world collaboration. And I can't wait to see what comes out of the next symposiums. And for those of you out there, when you go, I can't wait to see what you share, because we're going to continue to learn from and with all of you.
Yes, thanks, Steph. Okay, now let me play the video from Jenny, who cannot join us today, but she'd like to invite us to the upcoming symposium.
Did you share it as a tab?
As a window. Okay, let me share it again as a tab, right? Okay, let me do it again. Okay, go ahead while I'm sharing it again.
I mean, I was waiting. Just what Steph said about the way I got to see it through the eyes of people who it was their first experience was huge. Because, like, I'm in New York City, and we get to hang out down in Chelsea every couple of months for like a gig meetup or something. And then for so many people who were even as close as Malaysia, a much shorter flight than my 18 plus hours, had never gotten to go to anything like that. And it was amazing to see through their eyes this new novelty and awesome experience that they got to have. and I got to be part of sharing it with them. It was great.
Okay, great. Thanks, Sean. Okay, now I think I am ready to show. Where's that one? Ah, okay, where is it again? There you go. Okay, let me show now the video from Jenny. Okay, Jenny, go ahead. Okay, let me rewind this.
Hello, everyone. My name is Jenny
Gary, full screen, Gary.
Magera, and I'm the Global Head of Education Impact at Google. And I'm so excited to invite you all to gather and chat about the impact and learnings that came out of the Singapore Champion Symposium in September. Please gather with your fellow educators who attended this event, and they're going to share the insights and learnings and inspiration they have to make sure that we can support as many educators as we can around the region. I hope you can make it. I know that it's going to be a lot of engaging conversation, hopefully a bit of fun. And if you have any questions, please just reach out to the event organizers who information will be shared. Thank you so much. Bye.
Okay, I think everyone here can tell everyone where to get or how to join the symposium, right? Okay, or you may contact these people, this amazing group of people, and the people who joined us earlier on how to join the symposium or how to become a champion, right? Okay. Now, thank you so much, everyone. I am grateful. I am so honored to be part of this, and thank you for saying yes to this event. Steph H, Steph R, Judy, Luis, Trixie, Sangeeta, Eunice, Sean, Guzman, Carlos, Sandra, Mark is in earlier here. Thank you everyone. No, thank you everyone for saying
Thank you,
yes and
Gary.
Thank you.
for
Thank you,
amazing
Gary.
that he's doing
Thank you for the
for the
invitation.
educators.
Thank you,
Okay,
Gary.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Gary, for organizing this one.
I miss all of you.
I
Thank
miss all of you
you.
already. Yes.
I miss all of
Good to
you.
see you, Stephanie, Luis.
Yes.
Stephanie,
okay.
Eunice,
Bye
Tara,
for now. Go
Judita.
champions!
Bye.
Go
Bye.
champion, go, go, go.
Champion.
Thank you for joining us live.